the stretch, last 11 games, he goes 8-3 with 20 touchdowns to 3 interceptions. And he was graded by Pro Football Focus the 4th best quarterback over that stretch. Well, that's pretty good for a guy who a lot of people were writing off as a bust.
Yeah, guess who else took off? Nick Chubb and Kareem Hunt.
Okay, well, I don't disagree. I'm with you. The whole team took off, but he was no longer Odell-centric. And he starts throwing it to Rashard Higgins and Peoples-Jones, and he can distribute to Austin Hooper and Njoku, and you get everybody involved, including the Thunder and Lightning running game.
You see, Skip, what you're doing is that, remember, you also said that Milwaukee is a little better without Giannis. They're not better without Odell.
Well, they have been better without Giannis, and I'll back that up any day of the week. And I like to, who won the game? I just said they could win game 1. They could go steal game 1 without Giannis, because I'd seen them play 2 games against the Hawks, and they looked more like a basketball team without Giannis. What had happened to Giannis the year before against Miami and the year before that against Toronto? Yeah. He caved in, he crumbled, and he met a Phoenix that didn't defend him. They didn't build a wall. They said, we got a 22-year-old. We'll put the 22-year-old.
His fault.
Okay, well, I'm just saying, don't tell me that proved anything. It proves 0.
It proves to me that if you give Odell opportunities, you have to give him opportunities.
Yep.
He's still that, I believe, when healthy, he's a top 5 receiver.
Okay.
Now, he hasn't been able to be healthy in a very long time. You know, he had the ankle injury at the Giants, and he said he dealt with the hernia issue. Then he had the ACL.
All right.
We'll see if he's healthy. Let's see how good Baker Mayfield can be.
Okay. Baker Mayfield, over those last 11 games, was #1 in the NFL in what's called adjusted completion percentage on deep passing. So he did not have his deep threat Odell, and he's bombs away. Yeah. And he was #1 in the league in that department.
Because you're playing single high safety.
Okay.
You got to stop that running game. You got to stop Chubb and Hunt.
Okay. So his offensive line is now ranked by Pro Football Focus #1 in pass blocking.
Okay, I'll give you that.
Whew. Okay.
Yeah, they're loaded.
You got that going for you.
They're a loaded team.
And I just mentioned the tight end core. I mean, that Harrison Bryant was starting to come on. Yeah. He looks like a player to me, right?
Yeah.
And so you got 3 good tight ends, and you got, I didn't even mention Jarvis, but you got Odell, I guess, and Jarvis, and then the 2 I mentioned, and Rashard. And this is a powerhouse, because on defense, should I count the ways? Myles Garrett is obviously still there. Added Jadeveon Clowney, Tack McKinley, Malik Jackson, and then they signed Troy Hill as their slot corner, who was maybe the best. I think he was the best slot corner on the market. And John Johnson III to play safety alongside Grant Delpit, who was out with his Achilles last year. Not sure if he'll be 100%, but Denzel Ward. What's not to like about that? In fact, what's not to love about the defense?
Well, look,
right?
This is what we know. Kansas City's won the Division 5 straight times. They've gone to the AFC Championship game 3 straight times. Now, given a choice head-to-head, you want Baker Mayfield or you want Patrick Mahomes? Okay,
I'll give you that, except football team to football team. I think this is a little bit better football team than Kansas City. And they do play, don't they play? Oh, it's the, what am I saying? It's the opening game.
Yeah, but they might be, but like you told me earlier, it's the quarterback. The same reason you're picking the Cowboys in the NFC East, because of the quarterbacks. This is why I'm not going to take Baker Mayfield over Patrick Mahomes.
Okay, has Baker Mayfield shown you more than Daniel Jones has?
Yes.
Thank you.
But hold on. The gap between Baker Mayfield and Patrick Mahomes is not as big as the gap between Dak Prescott and Daniel Jones or Fitzpatrick. So don't pretend over there. Don't you stand over there and talk about like Baker Mayfield like that. Patrick Mahomes is that guy.
Baker Mayfield was the first pick in the draft. Now I think he's starting to stand right up to it.
He could have been. Are you trying to say he's the equivalent of Patrick Mahomes?
No,
Are you close to Patrick Mahomes?
No, I think he's close enough they can beat Patrick Mahomes when it matters.
I don't think so.
Which will be
he had an opportunity. Patrick Mahomes went out. He couldn't even beat Chad Henne.
Well, he didn't have this team. He didn't have all these free agents that they added.
He had. I don't care. He didn't have Patrick Mahomes to compete against. And when he had an opportunity, what did he do, Skip?
Do you realize he's had 4 head coaches and 4 different offensive coordinators in 3 seasons?
He's a part of the reason why they had 4 head coaches and 3 offensive coordinators.
I don't think he was.
I think he was.
Okay, so I'm going to stick with the Browns to win it all, and they're going to have to overcome the Chiefs.
Hold on, win it all? Oh, you mean
I mean to win the AFC.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm just talking about the AFC.
Okay.
Okay, so I'll go Bucs over Browns. But I'm also going to go Dallas Cowboys easily win
there you go.
the least because everybody's picking them because it's obvious you should pick them.
Skip, that's low-hanging fruit. Oh, Cowboys, this is going to be their year. They're so talented. And Jerry Jones is talking again, and I know why he's talking, Skip. It dawned on me last night laying in the bed. Hard Knocks. That's why he's doing it. Guess what they're going to open up with? Him reminiscing. Him suffering a nostalgic breakdown. What could have been?
I don't disagree with you. He may have rehearsed all that. he may have had a script written for him.
Yes.
He just might have because he knew he was on the biggest stage he's ever been on before. He was actually crying crocodile tears, right? Like he's putting it on. He won the NFL's Academy Award.
Yes.
Okay, I got that. I still say Hard Knocks will be a launching pad for this team because it's loaded with personalities.
Launch them to third place?
No,
they didn't need hard Knocks for that.
So 2 things are going to happen right before your very eyes. I believe that Ty Smith, Zach Martin, and Lyle Collins will stay reasonably healthy all season, very long for you.
When last time that happened?
Okay, well, it's going to happen this time. I just believe it that they're raving about all their rehabs through the offseason. I trust because they're not too old in years and chronologically they're not too old.
But what about football year?
Well, we'll see about that.
Why am I the only one that feels worse as I get older? Why guys that's playing in the NFL as they get older, they feel better, they get better? That's not normally how it happens.
We'll see. I just have a good feeling about that. I have a better feeling. We're going to talk about him just as a standalone topic in a little bit. I have an even better feeling about Ezekiel Elliott. I think this is going to be a bounce-back year. I love what he has done. I love it that he went to an independent running backs coach to work on his quickness. And I love it that he hired a personal chef to lean him out.
He had one. McDonald's. KFC knows his personal chefs.
Okay. You saw that picture of him the other day.
He looked good. I will concede that. He looks better now than he did when he came out.
Okay. Micah Parsons was far and away your top pick in the draft.
No question about it.
You loved him. Okay.
I do.
My team landed him, maybe by accident, maybe it was
but
like by default.
But you didn't want him. You wanted Pastor Tan.
And I still do. But I'll take Micah Parsons because he's got a little bit of, dare I say, Lawrence Taylor, Charles Haley sort of potential. I'm just saying, he's that kind of player with that kind of electricity. We'll see. Well, you loved him.
I love him.
Okay.
I mean, LT and Haley might be a little stretch, but okay.
So, and DeMarcus is still there, and I think Randy Gregory's going to have a breakout.
DeMarcus where?
No, not DeMarcus.
Oh, okay. I thought you were talking about DeMarcus.
No, unfortunately, it's Lawrence as in Taylor. DeMarcus Lawrence Taylor.
D-Law.
We got him. Randy Gregory's going to have a breakout season. And watch Kelvin Joseph. I just think he's got some stuff to him. He's got...
Boss man fat.
Yeah, boss man fat, yeah. He's going to start at corner opposite a guy that you came around on, Trevon Diggs. You think he's got
I like them at Alabama. Okay. Yeah, he has the ability to be special.
Okay.
I think he can be special.
So they added Keanu Neal and Kazee from Atlanta, and I think they'll contribute. I just think, I just showed you how that defense cannot be anything but better than it was last year.
Yes, I mean, right? They were like 30th, so if they 29, 28. But Skip, you mentioned Keanu Neal and Kazee. They were on the worst. They were on a defense that was worse than the Cowboys, who was one of the worst in their history.
I give you that. In fact, the Atlanta pass defense was the worst in the history of the National Football League.
And you got 2 guys off of it.
Okay.
And you were bad last year, too.
But I believe Keanu Neal will segue up a little bit up into the linebacker slot that has been vacated. So he will make us better because he's a thumper. That's what he does. He'll be the new Sean Lee.
So he's gonna be the box safety?
Yep. Well, no, he'll be the strong side linebacker.
So y'all got 3 linebackers. So where's Parsons going? Where's the Wolf Hunter and Jalen Smith?
Hand in dirt.
He can't. Oh, hold on, Skip. He can't play with his hand in the dirt every down.
Micah Parsons?
Yes.
Why not?
Maybe on pass. Skip, no.
Huh? Just watch. He's going to be a disruptor as a pass rusher.
No,
that will be his strong suit.
He might be a weak side. He's more suited for a weak side linebacker.
Well, you can stand him up and rush the passer, or you can put his hand down and rush the passer.
Hopefully he's a Derrick Brooks. Let him be. You want him to be a
Derrick Brooks? Well, I take that. Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. But I don't see him as an every down hand. Not Von Miller. He's not a Von Miller type.
Okay. And it brings me back to my man Dak Prescott. I'm hoping he's going to be 1,000% healthy.
What you mean you hoping?
Well,
you you just waxed poetically.
Yeah, I did. Well, he had a career-threatening injury, so I'm just saying, I hope he's 1,000%. They say he is.
I thought I was listening to the Donda album last night, the way you waxing poetically over there. Yeah, that's what I thought I were. And now you talking about if Dak. No, ain't no if.
Of all the things I've said, the one I believe the most in is that Dallas will win the NFC least, and that's a done deal. You're in trouble. You're defunct. You've already lost right out of the box.
Last 2 years, you've done this.
We can be excited about Dak here. Oh, and quickly on Zeke, did you see Jane Slater reported he's down to 218? The last time he weighed that was freshman year in college.
I told you.
Yes.